Why do some people change their life and others stay the same? Why does one rise while another sinks deeper into the same old story? It is not luck, it is not chance, it is the lessons they choose to learn and the lessons they choose to live by. Some truths are simple, but their power is enormous. They open your eyes, they change your thinking, they push you to act. If you are ready to change, you must stop waiting, you must stop hoping the answers will come while you stand still. Clarity does not come from waiting, it comes from action. You do not figure life out by thinking about it forever, you learn by moving, by failing, by adjusting, by trying again. The path is never clear in the beginning, it only reveals itself after you take the first step, not before. If you wait until you feel ready, you will wait for the rest of your life. Start now. The momentum you create will teach you more than any plan ever could. You will see more once you are in motion. You will understand more once you are doing. Action sharpens your vision, inaction blinds. Your life changes when you take full responsibility. The first step to changing your life is knowing it is yours to change, not your parents, not your bosses, not the government's, not your partner. Yours. When you blame, you give your power away. When you complain, you give your power away. When you wait for rescue, you give your power away. Your future is not being held hostage by the world. It is being held hostage by your own choices. When you own that truth, you hold the key. The world is filled with people waiting for the right time, waiting for the right person, waiting for the right opportunity. But time does not wait for them. Opportunities pass them by, and people move on without them. They remain in the same place. While life moves forward without mercy, there is only one cure for waiting. It is to act right now, without perfect certainty, without perfect conditions, without perfect confidence. You will never have all three, but you do not need them to begin. You need the courage to take the smallest step today. That step will open a door. That door will lead to the next step, and soon you will see what those who wait never see. The truth is, success is not one big leap. It is a series of small, imperfect steps, taken with persistence. The man who starts with nothing and takes one step every day will pass the man who waits for the perfect day to take the first step, because that perfect day never comes. And this is another truth. You will fail not once, not twice, but many times. And that is good, because failure is not the enemy. It is the teacher. Each mistake you make gives you information no book could give. It gives you wisdom no seminar could match. Failure shows you what works and what never will. It burns lessons into your memory so deeply. You will never forget them, but only if you choose to learn. Some people fail and quit. Others fail and get smarter. Which one you become is your choice. When you see failure as a sign you are unworthy, you stop. When you see failure as proof you are moving, you keep going. And if you keep going, you cannot lose forever, because persistence breaks down resistance. And here is something the weak do not understand. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to make the hard calls for you. No one is coming to hand you the life you dream about. And that is the best news you will ever hear. Because the moment you see that, you will stop waiting for rescue. You will stop depending on permission. You will stop hoping someone else will decide in your favor. And you will start building your own rescue plan. The man who takes responsibility for his own rescue is free. The man who waits for another is a prisoner. When you own your life, you own your results. When you own your results, you own your future, and no one can take that from you. Every day you have two choices. You can move, or you can stand. Still, if you move, you may stumble, you may trip, you may even fall flat on your face, but you will be further than the man who never moved at all if you stand still. You may feel safe, but safety is an illusion. The ground you are standing on will still change. The world will still move, and one day you will look back and see you are not in the same place. You are further behind. Every day you hesitate, the gap grows, and the only way to close it is to start not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, now. Because readiness is built by doing. Confidence is built by proving to yourself. You can act without it. The person you want to become will not appear by thinking about them. They are built by action, brick by brick, decision by decision, discipline by discipline. And here is something you must burn into your mind. Discipline is worth more than motivation. Motivation is a feeling. It comes and goes. Discipline is a decision. It stays when feelings leave. It is the anchor in chaos. It is the bridge between wanting and having. It is the proof you are serious. If you only act when you feel motivated, you will not act enough. But if you act from discipline, you will act no matter how you feel. And that is how you win. The winners you admire are not always the most talented. They are the most consistent. They show up when it is exciting, and they show up when it is boring. They show up when they feel strong, and they show up when they feel weak. They show up because they made a promise to themselves, and they keep it. That is how trust in yourself is built. Not by talking, by keeping the promises you make to yourself. You say you will wake up early. Do it. You say you will start the business. Do it. You say you will take care of your health. Do it. Every time you keep a promise, you grow stronger. Every time you break one, you weaken your own belief in yourself. You cannot hide from yourself. You know when you are keeping your word, and you know when you are lying to yourself, and the truth you tell yourself shapes the life you build. You can lie to the world and still succeed, but you cannot lie to yourself and win. Your inner belief will match your inner truth. So if you want to believe, you can do it. Start by doing what you say you will do. That is how you become unstoppable. Not by magic, not by luck, but by proof. Daily proof, repeated proof, until there is no doubt left. And here is the final truth I will leave you with. Life will not slow down. For you, opportunities will not pause until you are ready. The world will not stop spinning while you gather courage. It will keep moving, and you must decide, will you move with it, or will you watch it pass you by? The choice is yours. It always has been, and it always will be. So take the step. Not next week, not next year, now, before the voice in your head talks you out of it, before doubt grows roots, before hesitation becomes a habit. Act now. Learn as you go. Adjust as you move. Grow through the doing, and you will see that you were never stuck. You were only waiting, and the wait ends today. Why does one person change their life while another stays stuck for decades? Why does one rise and another sink? Why does one break free and another build their own cage? It is not luck, it is not fate, it is not the stars, it is the choices, the lessons, the lessons, the truths one accepts, and the lies the other clings to. Some truths are not complicated. They are simple, but they are powerful, and they will either set you free or leave you standing where you are right now. I have learned clarity does not come from waiting. You cannot think your way into a perfect plan. You cannot sit still until life makes sense. You learn by moving, by acting, by getting your hands in the work, by making mistakes, by learning from them, by adjusting and then trying again. The path you want to see will only appear after you take the first step, not before. If you wait until you are ready, you will wait forever. There is no moment called ready. There is only now, and now is enough. You will never have the perfect confidence before you begin. You will never have the perfect conditions before you begin. And you do not need them. Start anyway. You can correct a moving ship. You cannot correct one still tied to the dock. Movement gives you feedback. Stillness gives you nothing. Action sharpens your vision. Inaction blinds you. Your life changes when you take full responsibility. The first step to change is not motivation. It is not a new opportunity. It is responsibility. Your life is yours to change. Not your parents, not your bosses, not your friends, not the governments, not the world. It's yours. When you blame others, you give away your power. When you complain, you hand over control. When you wait for rescue, you choose to remain stuck. Your future is not trapped by the world. It is trapped by your choices, and you can change them today. The world is filled with people waiting for the right day, waiting for the right help, waiting for the right sign. But time does not wait for them. Opportunities pass them by, and life moves forward without them. The cure for waiting is action, not tomorrow, not next week. Now, without guarantees, without certainty, without perfect plans. The step you take today will show you the next one, and the next one will show you the one after that. This is how progress is built. One imperfect step at a time. Small steps create unstoppable momentum. The man who moves forward every day will pass the man who waits for the perfect day, because the perfect day is a myth. And here is something you must accept. You will fail, you will fall, you will get it wrong, and that is not bad. It is the best thing that can happen to you, because failure is a teacher. It gives you lessons no book can give. It gives you wisdom no seminar can match. It shows you what works and what never will. It burns knowledge into you so deeply, you never forget it, but only if you keep going. Some people fail and quit. Others fail and improve. The choice is yours. Failure can be the end, or it can be the beginning of your real growth.